But Bianca Broyles has joined us right now. So Bianca, welcome to Nightline. And you write music.
I do.
You've written how many of Kristie's songs tonight?
Tonight, doing 4.
4 of these songs. And, I'm always impressed with songwriters. And Kristie, you've also written music tonight that you've sang. I'm always impressed with songwriters because I can't write, and it's just something that I'm always impressed with. I mean, I'm so bad. I have to call some friends to help me compose formal emails sometimes. It's that bad.
You're saying you can't even play the radio?
I can't. I really can't. In fact, I found myself on AM earlier today, and I didn't even know what was going on, so it was bad. So, but anyway, how do y'all sit down and just write a song, or it's got to be inspired?
Well, the song that I sang tonight, Can You Hear Him, I actually woke up one morning because previously I had not written songs, and I woke up one morning and I just had to run and get a paper and pen, and I knew it just came from God. It was the whole chorus. Of course, then I had to come up with the verses, but it was from God.
That's wonderful. And now that was your first song you written, that one that you were talking about? That's wonderful. Doctor, but how many songs have you written?
I've actually written a few.
Really?
Yeah, I wrote one. I was talking earlier about my friend that was diagnosed with terminal cancer and then was healed of it. I actually wrote a song about that. The title of the song was When the Sunshine Meets the Rain.
That's great.
And so you got to understand, when I was growing up, I'm a pianist. I was a music major when I was in college, and Billy Joel was my thing. So I'm a diehard Billy Joel guy. In fact, my executive pastor told me last week, I think I got in trouble with some royalty rights because I sang part of a Billy Joel song as an illustration. So I'm gonna be writing Billy a check, I guess.
That's awesome.
But yeah, it is hard to do. But it's interesting.
But the same way by you was inspired.
Yeah, I mean it does. When God speaks to you with something like that, I mean it does. I haven't written really 2 or 3 songs, but that one was one of them that it just kind of. Lyrically it came. I've done a lot more instrumental kind of stuff, and lyrics are hard. They are hard. But when God gives it to you, it's not because it's just theirs.
Yeah, I have to agree. I mean, the first song I ever wrote was "Wash My Soul," and I had just come to America. I didn't speak English, and I got saved. And all of a sudden, 4 o'clock in the morning, I wake up with this tune in my head and lyrics, and I got up and I wrote it in my broken English. And I didn't play an instrument, so I was like, what am I going to do with this? I learned how to play the piano, and within 2 weeks, I wrote my first song.
That's cool.
Wash My Soul. And I kind of left it all alone for a while because I didn't know what to do with it. And as I got deeper into the Lord told me that's what you're going to be doing. And Kristie and I really met through weird ways. She looked at my website a couple times, and I guess she didn't believe what it said. So she went away and came back and went away, and then she finally called me, and that's how we got together. And God really has been doing a mighty work with the 2 of us. It's a great team.
Now, where are you originally from?
Germany.
Really?
Yes.
So I didn't even pick up on an accent, really.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
How long have you been in the States?
I'm 12 years in one piece, but 15 years altogether.
That's great. That's great. I went to Germany last year, and it's a gorgeous country. I love
yes, it is.
So, but now, Kristie, a lot of people have pretty easy lives, and your life hasn't always been so easy, has it?
Yes, it's been kind of rough. Yeah, I had some health issues to deal with over the past 20 years, I guess.
Share what God's done in your life.
Well, I had issues, female issues, and the doctor told me that I would not have children. Of course, God blessed me with 2 because.
That's wonderful. Don't you love when the doctors
I know, because He has a work for them to do, and I know when they're gonna give everything to God and do what He wants them to do, and But I had a disease called periodic paralysis. It would just come on me. I could just be walking to turn the television on or something, and I wouldn't be able to walk.
Wow.
And so I had that probably about 16 years, but my husband's mother prayed over me one night, and God just took it away from me.
Wow.
Because I went to the doctors, and I was just tired of going to doctors, and I just was really frustrated, and it was just something that God wanted to do, and perform that miracle in my life. And also about 3.5 years ago, I got another rare disease, and I'm thinking, Lord, you gave me one rare disease too, because how often does that happen in one person? But I had Guillain-Barre Syndrome, and it was bad, but we caught it early, and I know that was just God. He got me to the right specialist and everything, and he's almost healed me completely. I still have some lingering effects, but hey, I'm walking because I wasn't able to walk.
Wow.
I was in a wheelchair. I had to learn how to use my hands again. I couldn't brush my teeth.
Wow.
Anyway, my husband told me to keep my composure tonight, so I'm gonna try. But yeah, he's brought me a very long way, and I give him honor and glory for that. And I still, through those hard times, you get frustrated and. You're like, why me? But then you have to realize, God knows what's best for you. And you still give him praise through your trials, and he's going to bring you through it. You might not know exactly why, but he does, and something good's going to come out of it.
Well, a lot of times, Pastor, you've seen it before, people will go through things and might not even be as severe as what you were going through, and that turns them away from God. But it seems like what you've been through strengthened your relationship with Christ. Is that correct?
Yeah, it has, actually.
That's great. That's
Well,
great.
you
That's
look what the
impressive.
Apostle Paul, when he had some kind of thorn in the flesh. We don't know what it was, and I think that's important that we don't know what it was, because he asked the Lord 3 times to take it away. And in that case, God didn't take it away, but he said, basically what he says, you don't need me to heal you, you need me.
Right.
My grace is sufficient for you. And God in his sovereignty, sometimes he delivers us totally. Sometimes the thorn's still there, but either way, his sufficiency always brings us through. So, but that's really cool.
That's
That's
awesome.
especially cool to hear about the kids.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
How old are they now?
It's awesome.
20 and 22.
Wow. Any grandkids
Yeah.
yet?
One on the way.
That is awesome.
I do have my stepdaughter. She has a little girl, my little doodle bug. She's 5, so I have one girl baby, and then I have my son. They're gonna have a baby in February.
You know what
another
he's
girl.
having yet?
Yep, little girl.
Little girl.
Yeah.
I got 2 girls. There's nothing like little girls. So, well, congratulations.
Thank
That is
you.
exciting. Now, Bianca, you also were healed and it led to your salvation. Is that correct?
Right.
Tell us about that.
Well, it wasn't my healing that brought me to salvation. It was my little girl's. She was at the time 2 years old. She dislocated her arm when she tried to get out of the crib. And at that time, now mind you, I'm from Germany. I believed God was an alien. And so there was no prayer, you're healed, and whoa. But pastor at the time asked me if it was okay with me for him to pray for her. So I said, sure, go for it. And he put her in her lap. Now, mind you, she's never heard the name of Jesus before. She's never heard about the Lord. And he prayed for her, laid hands on her, prayed for her. And she jumped out of his lap, said, the Lord healed me, Mama.
Wow.
And it shocked me so much.
Yeah.
And I gave my life to Christ at that time, right then and there. And after that, after my last child, I have 4.
Wow.
The doctor said, well, we have bad news for you. There's a growth in your uterus and in your cervix, and it's going up to your uterus. It's cancerous. It's not cancerous. It's precancerous, and we need to get it done. We need to get the uterus out. We need to get the cervix done. Everything. So I prayed, and I was like, Lord, I've seen you heal before. I mean, my daughter was healed by you. Can you do the same for me? And the Lord told me on the way to the surgery, Galveston, Texas, said, you're healed. And I started smiling, and we went into the doctor's office. They got me prepped for surgery and whatnot. And we're waiting for hours and hours. And we're like, oh my gosh, I'm already nervous. Not 1 doctor, not 2, not 3, 10 doctors come walking in the room, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, I'm doomed. And I said, they hung up the ultrasound, and from when I came in before, and then the one from that day. And I said, okay, we are non-believing people here in this room, but this we cannot explain.
That's awesome.
One showed
Yeah.
the before, and the after was nothing.
See, that's awesome.
And I went home.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's wonderful. How long ago was that now?
That was Tyus, 9 years? 9 years ago.
That is great.
That's awesome.
That's wonderful. I love seeing praise reports come on our desk because it proves that there's a God that's living. You know, many religions have gods, but they're all dead. They're all dead. This God is living, and He's changing lives. We've got so many praise reports sitting here, but wonderful to hear.
You know, I'm going to tell you, one of my professors at North Greenville, Dr. Bill Cashin, he served overseas for a lot of years. And he and some other folks that have done that, they talk about how it almost seems as if God moves more readily in other parts of the world that aren't as, quote, Christianized as we are. Because let's face it, we get a little jaded about stuff. You know, in this country, we're kind of over all that, and we forget. Man, God can do whatever God chooses to do. I mean, it's all His, and if He wants it to be gone, it's going to be gone.
Right.
And you know, there's always a purpose for why He does it. There's always a reason. You know, and what God's given both of you through your stories and the gifts that He's given you.
Right.
You know, if one person's life is changed, it's worth
That's
it.
right.
Yeah.
You know, one person's life, and so that's just awesome.
Yes.
That's cool stuff.
Yes. Now, both of y'all have CDs out. Now, Bianca, why didn't you sing tonight?
Oh.
And I looked on your CD, and
Yes, I mean, honestly,
you're the writer.
I'm the writer. God's blessed me with a lot of things in music. I compose, I write, I arrange, and you know, that's about it. Now it's time to bless somebody else with the gifts He's given me. And what I found is that through my label and through my publishing company, I get to bless other people, such as Kristie, that don't have, you know, at the time maybe the finances to go to the recording studios, which charge, by the way, way too much. So I take that on. I say, you know what, you sing my songs, you get free demo.
That's great.
It's a win-win. And all the while, we're spreading the word of God. I mean, you can't get any better than that. So there's no reason for me to sing. Yes, I could probably put in
I
more
like this reason. I need to adopt this for myself.
Now, how would that apply in your life, Dante?
I don't think it'd go
I don't think we've got enough time to cover that. But that's a good start. It's a good start.
It's true, though.
Tell us about this CD, and then we'll talk about Kristie's CD. This is called Unknown. Tell us about this and who it features.
It's Unknown 2013 edition. We have edition coming out every year, regular edition and then a Christmas edition. And what I do, like I said, is I take on artists and they sing on them. On this one, we have Kristie Hutson, of course, Kenneth Perrin from Atlanta, Cheryl Hinton from Atlanta, and Philip Cameron from Atlanta. So all of these artists are featured on that, and I wrote all of the songs except for one of them, which was written by Kenneth Perrin.
Awesome. Now, Unknown, the last year's edition and thing, they're still available as well?
Yes, they are on the website, itsmyownrecord.com, or you can go on YouTube and just type in any of the artists' name, Kristie Hutson, and it'll just pop up.
Good. Now, Kristie, your album is out now. Tell us about it. This your first one?
Yes, it is. And it's actually an EP. It's not a full-length album. It's an 8-song CD. And it basically has this, there's 6 songs of me on this CD. So it has the same 6 songs, and then there are 2 more that the ones that I wrote, All My Life and Can You Hear Him, were added to it. So I'm kind of, branched off and trying to do my own little music ministry.
Right. Well, is there another in the works?
Well, we're hoping to get this. But we're hoping to get this one out there first.
Well, for Bianca, 2013's almost up. Have you started on 2014
yes,
yet?
We have. The Lord's brought up bunches of people in my life, and of course I'm trying to figure out what He wants me to do exactly, because it's always important to do exactly what He wants you to do, and to be successful, that is. So it's in the work, and Kristie is definitely going to have bunches of more. She's actually singing one of the Christmas songs. What are you singing? Little Town of Bethlehem. And so there's much more to come from her.
If people didn't look at me like I was crazy, I'd listen to Christmas music all year round. I love Christmas music.
I do love Christmas music, but I've got that middle of November rule.
Okay.
It's got to be November 15th. Before I can really start listening
I'm on it. Yep, me June, and I'm singing Jingle Bells or something. So, but hey, thank y'all so much for coming on tonight. Again, tell us where we can buy the albums again, both of them, and all the rest of them.
You start.
Itsmyownrecord.com is pretty much you can get all the information on Kristie, on everybody else also, and how you can be part of It's My Own Record. So if you want to record anything.
Wonderful.
And then my single CD is on KristieHutson.com.
Excellent. KristieHutson.com, and that's Hutson, Hutson. H-U-D.
I know my name. Everybody misspells my first name and my last name.
Yeah, it's Kristie with a K, Kristie. and there's your information on the screen. And if somebody wants to have you come and sing at their church or women's event or anything, that's the number they need to contact.
Right, yes.
Excellent, excellent. Well, thank y'all so much. Y'all need to come back again.
Thank you for having
and be
us.
with us. And next time, maybe Marcus will do his songs too.
I don't know.
Yes, maybe we need to get together and do a
I'm
little
working with
music
this.
making.
I kind of think maybe we need to have him on
Right.
2014. that might be
You
too
would
soon.
not sell
Too
a
soon.
single
I'll
Let's
take
aim
it.
for 2017. Give him a little time to work into it.
We'll do that.
That's funny.